Hello mates, I am Kiran Jadhav here. In this session, I will teach you Spring Boot with Gradle, the functionalities sign up and sign in. Spring Boot, it is a Java framework. It will help us to create the REST API, and Gradle, it is a build management tool. Now we'll start with our session. Then we'll come up with the Chrome browser. Simply type Spring Initializer, and here we'll create the Spring Boot application. The project as Gradle Groovy project. The language is Java. The Spring Boot latest version we are selecting here, and here we are passing project information. The package is com.fullstack, and the application name we are giving here Gradle SignUp SignIn. Now refactor the base package. Then packaging as jar, Java version 17, adding dependencies, DevTool for live load, Lombok for reduce the boilerplate code, Spring Wave itself available inbuilt, Tomcat web server, and it will help us to create the REST API. Next we are using here data JPI for persistence layer, and we are adding here database dependency as a MySQL. Simply click on generate. Within minute production ready application will be available there. We'll copy our application and paste into particular folder. Now simply right click on that application and extract the application. Once extraction is done, then we'll copy the path of our application and coming to IntelliJ IDEA to import our application. Coming to file, new, project from existing sources, and we are giving the path of our application here. Then select this project as Gradle project. Then click on create. I want to open in new window. Then we are adding here application.properties file content. Coming to our application, src main. There is available resources, and your resources properties file available there. See, here we have given database name as well. Now coming to build.gradle file, Spring Boot version we are using here 3.4.0. The Java version we are using here 17. Then we are adding here dependency for Swagger UI. The dependency you can simply copy from our GitHub itself. Then once we have added the dependency, then coming to build, we are doing the Gradle build here. You can simply type Gradle build. Okay, it will take time. Then meanwhile, we'll come up with the src main Java. Simply come up with the src main Java. Then there is available com.fullstack. Right click on that, new package. The package name we are giving here model package. Now again we are creating the new package name as repository package. We are creating here package name as service package as well. The next package we are creating the package name as controller package. Now coming to model package, this application we are creating for customer. That's why I am passing the Pojo class name as customer. Then within repository, we are creating new Java interface, and the interface name we are giving customer repository. In service, we are creating first interface name as iCustomer service. In service, we are creating new Java class, and this is the implementation Java class customer service IMPL. Coming to controller, in controller package, we are creating the class name as customer controller. See, now build also successful. And if you want to skip the test cases, then you can use Gradle build -x and then use the test. It will skip your test case as well. Now we'll simply reload our project here, and we'll start with the development of our application. Come up with the customer.java. This is our Pojo class. We are annotating with @data coming from Lombok. Next we are using Euler constructor, then nor constructor. We require here @entity. This is our entity class, and we are adding here @table as well, and the table name I am simply mentioning as customer. We are adding here @id. This is primary key. @generated value, this will be auto increment, and the strategy we are giving here generation type as identity. Then this is our ID, private int, customer have ID. Next variable we are adding private string, customer have name. Private string we are adding customer have address as well. Then in your case you can add Aadhaar card, PAN card, whatever you want there. I am just adding here private string, customer have email ID, and the one more field I am adding here private string, customer have password. Now save it. Coming to customer repository, annotate with @repo, and here interface extends. We are just extending here JPA repository. We are passing here project class name as customer and the wrapper class as integer. Now I want to write here custom method. The custom method we are writing here customer, and this will be find by cust have email ID and customer have password. This is our custom method we are writing here. Input we are passing string, customer have email ID, and the comma separated string, customer have password. Now coming to next is our interface customer service. Here we are declaring the abstract method. Then first abstract method we are declaring for sign up perspective. Customer sign up. We are passing the entity as a customer. This is just declaration ending with semicolon. Next we are writing here boolean method for sign in perspective. There is two input parameter we are passing string, customer have email ID, and one more is string, customer have password. Now coming to implementation class, annotate with @service, and here we are using @auto void. This will be private customer repository. Now class interface implements. Interface class you can simply say implements. Then here I am using implements. This is customer service. Now you can simply mouse over there. It will allow us to implement the methods. See, two methods we are going to implement. First one is sign up, second one is sign in. Then data JPay have inbuilt method available for save data. The method itself save. And next sign in perspective, already we have created the custom method. Then we are calling the custom method from here. Find by customer email ID and password, and we are passing two parameters as input, email and password. Now here I am adding the condition, but before adding the condition we declare one boolean type of flag. By default the value is false. Then condition is we are checking here customer not equal to null, and customer dot get email ID dot equals whatever email ID we are passing from end user, and again one more customer dot get password dot equals, you can simply say customer have password, right? If it match, then yes, definitely flag it will be we are making as true. Else flag always it will be false. Then instead of returning false, simply return here flag. Control A, Alt Control L. It will help us to format the code base in IntelliJ IDEA. Now coming to controller layer, annotate with REST controller itself available at response body annotation. Next we are using request mapping, and the base URI I am passing here customers / customers. We are using here @auto void. This is private. You can simply mention customer service. This is customer service here, and the API we are writing for first sign up perspective. The API name also we are giving sign up. This will be public response entity, and type it will be our customer. Simply give the method name as well sign up. Here we are passing request body for our customer. This is the request payload we are getting from Swagger, a Postman, otherwise simply front end React.js, Angular, Vue.js. Now we are using here return. This will be response entity dot OK, and simply call here customer service dot sign up method, and we are passing the input as a customer entity here. Next this is get mapping, and the API we are giving sign in. We are passing two input parameter, cust have email ID One more input parameter we have available, cust have password. Public response entity we are giving here, and type it will be boolean. Boolean, it will hold like true false. Function name, it means method name we are giving sign in. We are passing input parameter, that's why we are using here annotation as a path variable. String type of customer have email ID, and the one more path variable we are giving the input as string customer have password. Now simply use here return. This will be response entity dot OK, and call here customer service dot sign in method, and we have two input parameter, email and password, ending with semicolon. Now simply come up with our main class main method and start the application. See, once application up and running, we are going to test by using Swagger UI. You can try with the Postman API as well. Mostly I am using here Swagger UI because it will help us to save our time. In Postman you need to create the request payload manually, but in Swagger it will give us the payload. By default there is available. We are just going to enter the data from our side. Yeah, application is up and running. Now we are just coming to Swagger UI and simply refresh our browser. See, it's up and running. Now we'll try with the first sign up. I'm adding here data for customer name as Swara, then customer address we are adding here Pune, India, email ID swara@fullstack.com, and the password we are passing here Swara. Execute. Data is inserted successfully. First record. Next record I am adding here Darshan, then here we are adding Darshan I am giving here PCMC India. Execute. See, data is inserted. Data also inserted here. If you want to check in database, you can simply come to the database and use this corresponding database and simply execute. Here you can simply use it and then execute. See, there is two records available. One is for Swara and the second one for Darshan. Now we'll try to test. Next API is sign in. Initially I will pass here incorrect credentials. They definitely were expecting it will goes to false. See, here is false. Why false? Because we are passing incorrect credentials. Now I am passing here correct credentials. It will goes to true. See, here is true. Yeah, that's it in this session. Thanks for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe this channel to get more updates, and see you in next video.